Every single one of us knows the alphabet song. A, B, C, D, all the way down to X, Y, Z. But you were actually taught an incomplete truth. Because for a long time, the English alphabet didn't end at Z. It had 27 letters. And the craziest part is, you still use this forgotten 27th letter all the time. To find it, we have to go back 2,000 years to ancient Rome. The Romans spoke Latin, and their word for and was spelled E-T, just et. Roman scribes had to write documents incredibly fast. When you write the letters E and T next to each other over and over again in cursive, something interesting happens. The loops of the E and the cross of the T start to bleed together. Over centuries of handwriting, scribes got so lazy that those two separate letters physically tangled up into one single continuous shape. Today, we know that shape as the and symbol. By the early 1800s, this symbol was so deeply ingrained in English writing that it was officially tacked on to the end of the alphabet. But this created a really funny problem for schoolchildren. Imagine being a kid in the 1800s reciting your ABCs. You would get to the very end of the song and say X, Y, Z, and. It sounded completely ridiculous. To fix this awkward ending, teachers made students use a Latin phrase, per se, which means by itself. So when reciting the end of the alphabet, kids were taught to say X, Y, Z, and per se, and. This meant X, Y, Z, and the symbol that by itself means and. But if you put thousands of little kids in a classroom and make them repeat a phrase as fast as they can, they are going to slur their words. And per se and per se and, ampersand. The children mumbled the phrase so badly that they accidentally invented a brand new word. The shape officially became known as the ampersand. Eventually, by the late 19th century, strict grammarians decided that the alphabet should only be for letters that make phonetic sounds, not symbols that represent entire words. So the ampersand was quietly kicked out of the alphabet club. But the next time you type out that little squiggly line, just remember, you aren't just hitting a button on a keyboard. You are drawing the messy handwriting of an ancient Roman scribe.